everybody. Welcome back. Hope you are doing well today. Um, Before we get started, I just wanted to mention a lot of people sent this to me today, and I encourage you to check out if you haven't seen already. John Krasinski, Jim from The Office, is doing his little videos from his home about good news, and he put one out today, his second episode, where the original cast of Hamilton is performing Alexander Hamilton via Zoom, and it is awesome. It's really, really cool, and I know that you know that song. And so if you haven't checked it out, it would be definitely worth 10 minutes of your life. It'll put a smile on your face. And I also wanted to thank you for watching this video and for doing that yesterday also. So I'm just looking on the YouTube right now, 2 videos ago, 175 people watched it out of 260 students. I wasn't super jacked about that. Yesterday's video, 247 people watched. I appreciate that. Thank you. I have 9 likes. Ah. So, thanks. So today, quick results from yesterday, actually. Johnny Cash, Walk the Line versus Stand By Me. 67%, 2/3 of you chose Stand By Me. I didn't expect that one to be so not close. But man, it's a good song. Let's moving on. And then the biggest beatdown yet of the whole bracket, Sunshine of Your Love versus Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. Billie Jean crushed it by 90%. 24 people chose the Cream song. So Michael Jackson is moonwalking his way to the second round. Need You Now squeaked out a win over Chandelier by 55%. And the closest one yet, Love Yourself versus Uptown Funk, 5 votes in between. And the one that received 5 more votes was Uptown Funk. So congrats to that guy that sang that song. So today, I'm excited for you to listen, and I'm really excited for you to watch the live performances for today's songs. Some really, really important, iconic, game-changing performances today. The first of which is My Girl by The Temptations versus the Beatles again. I Want to Hold Your Hand. And My Girl, very catchy. That bass line just gets stuck in people's heads. That boom, 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 boom. I got sunshine. So the Temptations are really fun to watch because it's a Motown group, and there's usually one guy that sings the solo, and then the other 4 guys, they have this like slight choreographed little dance moves that go along with it, and it just makes you happy when you watch it. And yeah, if you listen to that song last, it will be in your head for the rest of the day. So excited for you to see that one. And then the Beatles performance of I Want to Hold Your Hand, that's the Ed Sullivan performance on the Ed Sullivan Show. And a lot of the lists that I've seen label that performance as one of the most important live performances in pop music history. And honestly, I think that when I watch it, I don't fully get it. I can't grasp and wrap my head around how game-changing of a time that really was for music, because I don't think musically that I have lived through something as game-changing as the British invasion and Beatles and all of that stuff. And so, yeah, and so, again, you'll see the crowd completely losing their mind. It's especially uncomfortable this time because they like zoom in on a couple girls for a good 5 or 10 seconds, and just, yeah, it's weird. But yeah, so very, very important performance that you'll be watching there. And it's funny because a bunch of British guys coming to America singing about holding girls' hands. A lot of people thought that was a little on the risque, inappropriate side. I think there's proof there that the times are a-changing a little bit, because I'm not sure that would turn very many heads today. I Want to Hold Your Hand. But, and then the next battle is the weirdest battle in the whole bracket, I think. I did a random number generator to put these songs in the bracket, And it just so happened that Great Balls of Fire by Jerry Lee Lewis is up against Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit. Um, yeah, that's not a whole lot in common about these two songs. They both have singing and instruments in them. That might be it. Jerry Lee Lewis, Great Balls of Fire. He was known more for his piano playing. He wasn't the most, polished singer of all time, but his singing style definitely fits his music, and it's a lot of fun to watch. This is a very old recording you're seeing, so it's in black and white, and the sound quality isn't amazing, so don't hold that against him. It's not his fault. But he was doing a lot of things on the piano that people hadn't seen before, people hadn't heard before. I'm noticing that I'm saying that a lot on these most greatest songs of all time lists, and I think that that's a lot of the times why these songs are on the list. Like the Beatles coming to America, doing things that hadn't been seen before, like Elvis doing things that hadn't been done before, Jerry Lee Lewis doing things that hadn't been seen before. And so you'll see him in this performance, he stands up and kicks the piano bench out of the way and just stands and just completely mashes the piano. It's so high energy. He does a lot of these glissandos up and down. He was known for jumping up onto his piano bench and crouching over and playing that way. He would play with his feet sometimes. He would just start stomping on the keyboard. And really famously, he lit a couple pianos on fire during live performances and played while it was on fire. That is rock and roll. If we ever have a concert again, we're gonna do that. We are lighting a piano on fire and having Mrs. Weston play through that, because that would be awesome. And then we'll be like the Who, and we can destroy this. So many great ideas. And then Nirvana, Smells Like Teen Spirit. This one holds a little bit more weight for me because I lived through this one. I remember Nirvana hitting the scene, and just like I said before, I remember thinking, this is different. I have not seen anything like this grunge music. Nirvana and Pearl Jam, it was very different than the poppiness of 80s mainstream music. Because grunge sounds like what it is. They just look grungy. They look like they haven't showered in a long time. Their clothes are ripped and torn and dirty, and their hair is all matted over their face. And Kurt Cobain is the lead singer of Nirvana. Very interesting figure. And Nirvana was a very polarizing group. A lot of the youth especially loved Nirvana because of that. You can't tell me what to do, not really interested in authority type of stuff. And the older generations were very uncomfortable with what Nirvana was doing, much like the Beatles. I'm not comparing the Beatles to Nirvana because they're so different. It's hard to compare them, but there's a similarity there in that. Just polarizing for their time. Kurt Cobain did not like being told what to do. He was actually tortured by having to play this Smells Like Teen Spirit song every night because he didn't think it was their best song. And at one point, someone in charge of the venue said, "You need to sing Smells Like Teen Spirit because that's why these people are here. They want to hear that song." And Kurt Cobain didn't like that. So they went out and they did this song, and they purposely butchered it. It was awful. Dave Grohl is the drummer, who eventually is the lead singer for the Foo Fighters. And whether you like Nirvana or not, it might be hard to tell, but they're very good musicians. Watching Dave Grohl drum is a treat. He's so high energy. They bring so much energy to their music. I think if you haven't seen it before, heard Nirvana before, I think you're either going to like it or hate it. It's a lot of people, I'm really interested to see how that voting is going to go, because those two songs are so different from each other. And then to the newer songs that you're going to be listening to today, My Chemical Romance, Welcome to the Black Parade versus This Girl Is on Fire by Alicia Keys, right? And then See You Again by the Fast and the Furious movies. Puth. Charlie Puth. And there's a rapper in there. Wiz Khalifa is coming to my mind. Is that a rapper? Or is that a cereal? I don't know. I think it's Wiz Khalifa. I'm going to be shocked if I'm right. I'll look it up later. And then Carrie Underwood's Jesus, Take the Wheel. So, yeah, enjoy watching some of those live performances, some really interesting ones. Excited to see how this turns out, and I will see you again tomorrow. Have a lovely day. It's supposed to be nice out today, so get outside. Love you, kids. Bye-bye.